This is World Now on TVC News. Thank you for joining us. In a few hours, President-elect Donald Trump will be sworn into office as the 47th President of the United States of America, alongside Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. He has arrived in Washington for the day's event, which has started off with a church service. Mr. Trump, who has pledged to issue close to 100 executive orders on his first day in office, will be calling for, quote, a revolution of common sense. The theme of his speech is restoring confidence in America. We have a report on his immediate leadership projections.
Donald Trump, the man that can be comfortably referred to as the proverbial cat with 9 lives, has pledged to issue close to 100 executive orders on his first day in office. Some of the orders will reverse or eliminate those implemented by the Biden administration. Mr. Trump says in his first few hours of taking the presidential seat at the Oval Office, he will quickly implement executive actions on immigration, the U.S. energy policy, and the federal government's operations to meet with his campaign promises. Delving into checkmating illegal immigration, Donald Trump says his administration will begin very quickly the execution of mass deportations of undocumented immigrants as early as 6 minutes after he's sworn into office to get, quote, criminals out of the U.S. Although there are oppositions to this particular move, Donald Trump says he will immediately release his supporters convicted for besieging the U.S. Capitol building on the 6th of January 2021 in Washington, D.C. He has been condemning their detention and convictions from the onset. A step away from that, Mr. Trump will also move to designate a series of drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations and will direct his administration to reinstate his first-STEM migrant protection protocol policy, which is more commonly referred to as Remain in Mexico. Mr. Trump will be signing executive orders rescinding federal government diversity, equity and inclusion policies, as well as taking actions to remove specific gender-related executive orders put in place by the Biden administration. He does not agree with gender acquisition. On finding a perfect end to the war in Gaza, Donald Trump says he has told the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to keep doing what has to be done. He again warned that all hell will break out if both sides do not uphold the recently negotiated ceasefire hostage agreement.
But I'm glad to report that the first hostages have just been released. I know that Biden is saying that they made the deal. Well, you know, and this agreement could only have happened as a result of our historic victory in November.
Mr. Trump opted for an indoor inauguration due to very cold weather in the U.S. at this time. It is the second time a U.S. president will be sworn into office indoors.
Well, we'll get back to conversations on the Trump inauguration. We understand that the church service is on, and both the Trumps and the Vances are already in attendance alongside with others who will be part of this historic moment in the United States. We'll be speaking with congressional correspondent of the Voice of America, Catherine Gypsy, on that. But in the meantime, let's bring you some more reports today on World Now. As we get ready for those reports now, we'll take a moment, and then when we come back,